Okay, I'm back. We're going to continue on with a few more terms here. And the next one is equality. Equality is kind of one of these abstract, oh, by the way, there's a social contract from the last video there between the government and its people. I'm very pretty slow on these. Here's equality. So equality is this just abstract idea of humans, people being equal. And so I say, what does that mean? And it's along with the natural rights that I like this photo over here. Everybody has equal access to their rights of life, liberty, and property. We don't necessarily have equity, meaning everybody doesn't have equal access to everything. It's like, some people are rich, some people are poor, but they have the ability to achieve. So equality. The next one here is civil society, and civil society is just kind of basically the opposite of chaos or anarchy. Basically, you seek a government to have a civil society. North Korean dictatorship is a civil society. It's a government. It's a dictatorship. But here's a picture of North Korea. Everything's orderly, and there are laws and so forth. So there isn't necessarily one government better than another government that leads you to civil society, unless it leads to a lot of chaos and unrest. One could say that what we're experiencing in the United States with a lot of the racial unrest right now, that we are teetering on whether our society is civil or not. Moving on to some other terms here, sovereignty. Sovereignty is like, it's kind of another hard concept to explain, but sovereignty is like, where does the power end? For example, who has the top power? Who's the top decision maker? So, for example, during the American Civil War, the South wanted states to be sovereign, that states would almost be like their own country. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 92 countries in the world, and they are considered sovereign nations. No other country can tell them what to do. Next slide here. You can't tell me what to do. So, sovereignty is just this idea that, for example, states today are not sovereign. The United States government has the ability to tell states what they can do and what they can't do. So, a king is sovereign unless there's a greater king. So, one last video to go. It'll be authority, power, and legitimacy.